Welcome in, welcome in. We got a 10 blaster random team down below, $18. And then we also have a pick your team 1 hobby 3 blaster in the store. Offers are enabled, so go ahead and shoot an offer on a team you want. Chances are I'll accept it in that break. Welcome in. Got 2 breaks loaded in. A 10 blaster break that's live down below, random team. And then we also have the hobby and 3 blaster in the store with offers enabled. Welcome in. We got a 10 blaster break, random teams down below. The hobby 3 blaster pick your team is in the store. Welcome in, welcome in. Live down below, $18 for a spot in the 10 blaster random team. 21 remaining. Still a lot of good teams on that board. There's a continuation from yesterday night's show. We also have the 1 hobby 3 blaster box break in the store where you can submit offers for a certain team if you like them. Welcome in. We're doing a 10 blaster random team down below, and then 1 Hobby 3 blaster in the store. Welcome in. We got a 10 blaster random team down below. There's 21 remaining. We have 11 taken off the board. Welcome in. 10 blaster random break down below. 21 teams out of the 32 remaining. It's a continuation from yesterday. And then also in the store, we have a pick your team, 1 Hobby, 3 blaster boxes. A lot of good teams still on that pick your team. The Giants are still live in the pick your team with offers enabled. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Got to give you up for 3 F1 Chrome inserts. Get yourself some free shipping, free F1 Chrome insert cards. We're also doing 10 blaster random teams down below $18. Random team, 21 remaining. Giants are off. Jacksonville is still live in the random 10 blaster break. Jacksonville is still live down below in the random 10 blaster break. We got one entry in the give you just over 4 minutes for some F1 Chrome insert cards. It's going to be this Ray Wave and 2 on the move inserts. So Goat Man, the pick your team in the store is the 1 Hobby 3 blasters. The random is the 10 blaster. Got 15 in here, 5 entries in the give you just under 4 minutes to go. Teams taken out of the blaster break: Denver, New Orleans, Carolina, Detroit, the Rams, Eagles, Tampa Bay, Tennessee, and Giants. That means Jacksonville, Raiders, Patriots are all still live in the 10 blaster break live down below. And then the 1 Hobby 3 blaster is in the store with offers enabled. Go ahead and shoot one of those over. We'll see if anyone's awake in here. 15 for a spot in the 10 blaster random team break. Jacksonville is still live in the 10 blaster break. Jax is live. There's two breaks in here, Jack. So the one live down below is for the 10 blasters. It's a continuation from yesterday because we did not fill. So $15 gets you a random team in the 10 blaster break. In the store, there's pick your team loaded for the one hobby 3 blaster break. And again, 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the Givey. We got 10 blaster pick your team with 21 teams out of the 32 remaining since we had 11 sell last night. Is anybody awake? We'll see here. A $12 spot in the 10 blaster break. $12 spot in the 10 blaster break. Is anyone awake? No one's awake. Everybody's asleep. Everybody's asleep on this hump day Wednesday. Again, we do have the rewards program up at the top where you'll get some discounts based on shows watched, purchases, or total amount spent. Check those out. Let me know what you think. We got under 2 minutes in the Givey for 3 F1 Chrome inserts that are right here. Those will be coming your way. Get yourself some free shipping. How about this? This will be $25 get you a stash or pass on the wheel in the 10 blaster break. Jacksonville is still live along with the Raiders, Chargers, all those good teams. This would be for a stash or pass. No love. 1 minute to go on the Givey for the 3 F1 Chrome inserts right here. 1 minute to go on the Givey there. And again, we're doing 10 blaster random teams live down below in the store. There is a pick your team for the hobby and 3 blasters. There's a pick your team for the hobby and 3 blasters with offers enabled in the store. Go ahead and check out the teams remaining. Shoot me over an offer. We'll definitely get that coordinated there. If there's a certain team you want in the 10 blaster random, let me know. We can probably coordinate something. There's 21 remaining. A lot of good teams left on that board. Again, live down below, $15 a spot in the 10 blaster break. 10 blasters, 21 teams remaining to go. A lot of good teams left on the board. This is a continuation of yesterday's break. 5 seconds on the Givey. 2, 1. Who's going to win these 3 F1 Chrome inserts? Who's winning? Who's winning? Who's winning? Who's the winner? Who's the winner? T Bubbles 007. Those are coming your way. Thank you for entering and thank you for hanging out. No problem. No problem. Again, we're still rocking a 10 blaster break below. And then we also have the pick your team in the store with the hobby. Welcome in. We got a 10 blaster random team, 21 remaining down below. It's a continuation from yesterday night's break. Sold 11 in the 10 blaster break and 8 in the hobby break. Offers are enabled in the store, so go ahead and shoot those over if there's a team you like. Jacksonville is live in the 10 blaster break. New York Giants are live in the hobby break. Welcome in, April. We're doing a 10 blaster break, random team down below, and a 1 hobby 3 blaster in the store. Welcome in. We're doing a 10 blaster break, random teams live down below at $15. Jacksonville is still live. Welcome in. We got a 10 blaster break, random teams live down below. 21 remaining out of the 32. We sold 11 last night in the show. And then we have 8 in taken in the hobby break in the store. Offers are enabled in that, so go ahead, shoot an offer over. Chances are I will accept it. Welcome in. We're doing a 10 blaster break, random teams live down below. 21 remaining, $15 is the starter for a spin on the wheel. If we get to 22, that's a stash or pass. We also have a 1 hobby 3 blaster break up there in the store with offers enabled. Welcome in. $15 live down below, random spot in a 10 blaster break. Welcome in. We have a 10 blaster break, random teams, 21 remaining out of the 32 live down below, $15. 22 gets you a stash or pass. The Jaguars are still live. The Browns are still live. The Patriots are still live. In the store, we have a 1 Hobby 3 blaster with offers enabled. Go ahead and shoot those over. Chances are I will accept. What's up, TG? 10 blasters live down below. Random teams, $15 a spin. 11 teams have been taken off that board. Jacksonville is still live, along with Cleveland. 22 gets you that stash or pass where we spin this wheel twice if you do not like your first hit. We're rocking a 10 blaster random team live down below. 10 blaster random team live down below. 10 blaster random team live down below. 10 blasters random team live down below. 10 whole blasters. 10 whole blasters. Again, 10 blasters in this break. Random teams, $15 live down below. 10 blasters. 10 total blasters. 10. 10 blasters. 10 big blasters gonna get ripped. 10 blasters, $15 live down below for a random team, 21 out of 32 remaining. 10 whole blasters in the NFL Chrome product. All cards shipped. 280 cards. 280 total cards here. Plenty of blasters to go around. 10 total blasters. 10 total blasters. We have a hobby and a pick your team blaster mixer in the store. 10 blaster random team live down below. 10 blaster random team live down below. $15 gets you a random team. Jacksonville is still live. The Raiders are still live. The Cleveland Browns are still live. Those Chase rookies are still on that wheel. There's a lot of good players, a lot of good cards on there. In the store, we have the hobby box and 3 blaster mixer. But down below is the 10 blaster random team break. 10 blaster random team break. Is anybody awake? $12. $12, that's $3 off. If anybody's awake, nobody's awake. Nobody wants to rip 10 blasters. I get it. Again, we got 10 blasters in this break. 10 total blasters. Nobody was awake. Nobody's awake. Ten blaster break. 10 blasters. 10 total blasters in the break. Got a givey for some F1 Chrome insert cards up. Under 3 minutes remaining on that. And then we have a 1 Hobby 3 blaster pick your team in the store with offers enabled. A lot of good teams left on both breaks. A lot of good teams left on both breaks. The Jaguars are still on the random wheel. The Jaguars are still in the random wheel. Jacksonville is still on the wheel. Jacksonville is live. Jacksonville is live on the wheel. Minute and a half on the givey for 3 F1 insert cards. It'll be the floret, the top speed, and then the fastest pit stop. But again, we're live down below. $15 a spot in the 10 blaster break. 10 blasters. Minute to go on the givey. 10 blaster break live down below, $15. Someone's going to get free shipping. Then we have a 1 Hobby 3 blaster break in the store. 1 Hobby 3 blasters in the store. Welcome in. We got 1 Hobby 3 blaster in the store and then 10 blaster random team live down below. $15 a spin on the wheel. 11 teams are off that blaster wheel, being Denver, New Orleans, Carolina, Chicago, Detroit, the Rams, Eagles, Chiefs, Buccaneers, Titans, and Giants, meaning Jacksonville, Raiders, Browns. They are all still on the wheel. We've pulled 3 relics, 5 autos, 2 urban legends, case hits, 2 lightboard refractors, plethora of darts, about 4 Matt Staffords. 15 seconds to go on the givey. Someone's going to win some 3 F1 Chrome inserts from the 2025 product. Kelly, thank you for entering that givey and hanging out. These are coming your way. And again, live down below $15 for a spot in our 10 blaster break. $10 blaster break. 10 blasters, 10 total blasters, 280 cards. You could go buy a blaster for $40 to $90 and not pull a single card for the team you're chasing. We're going to rip 10 total blasters. Thank you for the share, Dakota. I appreciate that. This is 2 weeks since break starting to break, and I don't know what not must have pushed me to the back of the algorithm. Usually, in that first 13 days, we were filling in under 3 hours. Last night was rough. Carried over into today. 11 teams remaining, 11 teams taken out of this 10 blaster break, 21 to go. Jacksonville, Cleveland, Raiders, still some big names on the board. Step out for a second, so I'll run that in a minute. My favorite team, I guess the Steelers. I'm from Pittsburgh. Pulled this at the draft. Nice. Denver is available in the Hobby 3 Blaster break. We did pull a sick orange lava out of 25 for a Denver rookie in a couple breaks ago. Offers are enabled, so chances are if you shoot me one, I'll accept it for your team of choice in either break. I really think Denver could have won it had Bo Nix not broken his ankle. Right back. And we're back. Yeah, definitely had a good chance. Better than the Steelers. Welcome in. We're doing 10 blasters, random team, live down below at 15. If you want to stash or pass, that's set at 22. We also have a 1 Hobby 3 blaster break loaded in the store with offers enabled. So if there's a team you like, go ahead, check it out, send me an offer. Chances are I will accept. Welcome in. We're live down below. $15 for a spot in the 10 Blaster random team break. $10 blasters in this break. $10 blasters. 10 total blasters. In the break, random team. Jacksonville's still alive. Jacksonville is still on the wheel. Welcome in. We're doing a 10 blaster break, random team live down below. Big names still on the wheel. 21 out of the 32 teams remaining. Continuation from yesterday. We're doing 10 blaster random team live down below $15. Jacksonville, Buffalo, Cleveland, New England still live on the wheel in the 10 blaster break. 10 blasters, 10 total blasters, $15 random spin. Welcome in, welcome in. Is anybody awake? Is anybody awake? We're going to run at $10. If anyone's awake, $10 for a spot in the 10 blaster break. Seeing if anybody's awake. $10 for a spin on the 10 blaster break. One blaster for $1 in this spot, technically, right now. $1 per blaster on that spot that's live right now. No one taking the $10. That's crazy. Crazy. But again, live down below $15, one spot in the 10 blaster break. Jacksonville is live on the wheel. Travis Hunter, Ashton Jeanty and the Raiders, Drake May, Tom Brady and the Patriots, Josh Allen and the Bills. 10 blasters, 280 total cards. Again, check if anybody's awake in here. $10, one spot on the wheel. $1 a blaster in that logic right there. Nobody's awake. Nobody wants a $10 spot. I understand. It's hump day. $10 spot and a 10 blaster break. Why did my light turn off? $15 live down below spot in the 10 blaster break. 280 cards. 10 blasters. And 10 blaster break. Welcome in. We got a 10 blaster break. Random team live down below, $15. Jacksonville is live. Jacksonville is live in the 10 blaster break. Welcome in. Got a 10 blaster break. Thank you, Saha. I do appreciate you jumping in there. There's still banger teams on there. Packers, right off the board there. Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs. We hit that urban legends of Josh Jacobs last week. They they hit. I don't know what's up with the algorithm the past 2 days, man. Like it's filling in under 3 hours. Although I did ship your order out today. It's in the postal service as of noon Eastern Standard Time, so that's coming your way. From Sunday's break with Cap. You remember that one? I'm gonna power on through this one, trying to fill both. Uh, we got what is it? 20 to go in the 10 blaster, 24 to go in the hobby and 3 blaster. I don't know, man. Last night, like I had my laptop up and I was looking at other shows, just seeing like what they were doing for the attention. And besides having an established, like real, like a big established following, it, like they were doing smaller breaks or like less of quality or whatever, air quotes, so that's subjective, but they were doing like a guy was doing one hobby and 5 hangers. That's like equivalent to the one fucking hobby and 3 blasters in a sense, you know? It it depends on how you look at it, but, like, roughly the same amount of dollars of product going to be ripped, charging more than I was, filling faster, you know. What's up, guys? What's up? 10 blaster, 20 teams remaining, carryover from yesterday, $13 live down below for a spot. Thank you. Thank you. I thought so. I swapped the hobby to a pick your team because the wheel was apparently getting no love. Offers are enabled in that on the 24 teams remaining. Again, I tried to base my price off what I saw other people doing it. Like a guy was doing a 2 hobby break, pick your team, and he had like the Browns at $300. He had the fucking each team was almost over $100 except for like the Cardinals and the Jets and shit. And I'm charging like a third of that. I don't know. It's got to be because I don't have the following. That's what I'm telling myself. I do the promotion, and it seems like they send me bots. But again, we chug on, we power through. It's hills and valleys in this. It's not all going to be straight upward trajectory. I wish it was, but that's how it goes. I'm gonna have to shut this one down a little bit, like around 3-ish, maybe a little bit sooner. I gotta go pick my girlfriend up from work, but then I got it scheduled again to go back live after I feed her and shit at 6:15 again. Gonna knock off whatever teams were sold during this show on that one, and then carry it over. Like you just took Green Bay, so I'm gonna notate that down. So what's up? We're doing a 10 blaster break, random team live down below $13, 20 teams remaining. shit. Welcome in, Cardiac. Thank you for taking that, Saha. There you go, Jaden Daniels. What a steal. I appreciate that. I slipped up and sent it through when I was trying to adjust it. I appreciate that again. If it ever does, like if I ever do mess up and it does, get for lower than what it's, been running for, I'll honor it because that's, the right thing to do. I can't stand those signs people have on like the eBay ones or Fanatics where it says like $1 lag bid equals cancel. Yeah, I don't know. I was live for like 8 hours last night. Uh, welcome in. We got a 10 blaster break. Random team. $13 live down below, 10 blaster break. 19 teams out of 32 remaining. We're almost at 50% on that break. Nearing 50%. One hobby, 3 blaster. Pick your team is in the store. Offers are enabled. Shoot those over. Chances are I'm going to accept. Welcome in. We got a 10 blaster break, $13 a spot, 19 teams remaining down below. Big teams are still on that wheel. And then there's a 1 hobby, 3 blaster break in the store. Offers are enabled in there. Check out the teams remaining. Giants are still live in that. What team is someone shooting for? What team does someone chase? Let me know down below. 10 blaster break. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, let me go see who else. What a equivalent break and what's going on there. You, right, 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 right. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let me see. So looking at this guy's, I'm looking at another break right now, right? He's doing two hobby boxes. Pick your team. He's got Buffalo at $175 for two hobby boxes. I'm doing 1 and 3 blasters, and I think Buffalo might be fucking $60. I have Buffalo at $65. This guy is doing $175 for two hobbies. Chicago Bears, $200. Cincinnati, 99. I don't get it. I don't get it. What? But he's got 30 some people in there. He's got 12 people. Sorry, 30 some. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy, Saha. Again, live down below, random team, 19 remaining in this 10 blaster break, 10 blasters, 10 total blasters. I see other people doing blaster breaks, 4 or 5 blasters for the same price. This is 10, double that. I see hobby box breaks. People do 2 hobby boxes, over $100 a team. All of my teams in a single hobby and 3 blaster is under $100. 10 blaster break. Jacksonville is still live. The Raiders are still live. The Patriots are still live. Jacksonville is live on the wheel. Jacksonville is live on the wheel. 10 people in here. Is there anyone awake? $12 a spot. $12 for a spot in the 10 blaster break. 280 cards. 10 blasters. Welcome in. Welcome in. 10 blaster break. 10 blasters. Jacksonville, Buffalo, Cleveland, Las Vegas, New England. The big team still on the wheel. 19 to go. We are nearing 50% full of the 10 blaster break. 10 blaster break. 10 total blasters. I see people doing 2 hangers and 2 blasters for the same price. It's crazy. Ten blasters. Ten blaster break. NFL Chrome 2025. 10 blasters. Ten total blasters in this break. 280 cards. $15 a spot. 10 blasters. Random team. Jacksonville, Buffalo, Cleveland, Las Vegas, New England still live. We have a hobby box and 3 blaster. Pick your team in the store. Offers are enabled. The Giants are still alive in there. Shoot me an offer. Chances are I'm gonna accept it. Is anybody? Oh, whoa. There was an extra 0 on there. Ignore that. Whoopsie. Ignore that. Just let that run out. Nobody pay attention to the timer. Just let it go away. We don't need to look at that. There we go. $10. That's what it was meant to be. Random team. 19 remaining. $10 live down below for a spot in the 10 blaster break. Is anybody awake? Nobody is awake. No one's awake. No one wants a spot in a 10 blaster break for $10. That's $1 a blaster. Crazy. Everybody's asleep. Back to the regular price. $10 blaster break. Welcome in. We got a 10 blaster break live down below $13. A random team on the wheel. 19 out of 32 remaining. We're closing in on 50% of the way full. $13, 10 blaster break. If we don't fill, we'll just carry it into the show later tonight. $13 live down below, 10 blaster break. Thank you for the share, Saha. I do appreciate that. I'm gonna shut it down at 3, I think, and then go back live again at 6:15 Eastern Standard Time to again attempt to fill. Yeah, I gotta go pick my girlfriend up from work. Her car's getting worked on, stuff like that. Feed my bunnies, eat dinner, all that good stuff. I do appreciate you hanging out though. Thank you for that. And again, picking up one of the spots you did there. Packers and what was the other one? I forget. I don't know. It's in there, and it's Washington, Washington, Green Bay. You picked up. A case of these blasters. I've I've bought a case's worth, but no, I didn't strictly have a case solely. I don't think we would have had as many hits as we had if I had one singular case. I mean, we pulled two of those urban legends, which are like 1 in 1800 odds. We pulled 5 autos, 3 relics, couple light boards. Yeah, we got a variety. When I go get them, I don't just pick, I just don't go to the shelf and pick the first ones off there. I root through it. Because you got to think, it's like 1 in 18, I think, value boxes is average auto or something. So technically, there should be, in theory, 2 a case. And if they're just taking them out of the box, putting them on the shelf, the ones in the back are gonna be from the top of the box, the ones in the bottom are gonna be on the front of the shelf. Gotta go from the middle. Gotta attack that middle. That's only if you catch them putting them up though, because you gotta imagine people buying them, then they shuffle them around to refix the display. I don't know. I feel like we've had pretty good luck with the blasters. Just not enough luck to fill this break. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. We filled that one the other night in under 2 hours, and I understand that was because we had Buddy in there hammering a lot of the spots, but we were running breaks and filling. I was ending the live stream just over 3 hours usually, and that was after ripping all the cards. So I don't know. Maybe must be the algorithm just not liking me anymore. They said, "All right, you've been on here for 2 weeks. We're taking away all your motion, all your all your little slight boost you were getting from us from whatnot. We're taking it away. We're shutting it down. That's cut off, buddy. You're cut off." I don't know though. We'll keep chugging along until it fills. Gonna go live again later tonight, like I said, around 6:15. Gotta pick up my girlfriend, eat dinner, feed my rabbits, stuff like that. Again, these breaks, they help me feed them. They help me feed them. You wouldn't understand the amount of vegetables I go through. I bought more vegetables for my rabbits in the last year than I have personally bought for my own eating in my lifetime. They eat me out of house and home. Like the rabbits, they're fiends, man. Like they know on cue when it's uh dinner time, when it's breakfast time. I got them trained with their names, so like if I say their names, they'll come over. Obviously, they expect like a treat, but we're working out. We're working that out. If anyone's awake, we got a $10 spot in the break down below. That's $1 a box, $1 blaster box. You could go buy a blaster for $40 to $90 and not pull a single card for the team you want. This is 10 blasters, 280 total cards. 280 total cards. Blue blood. Thank you for jumping in there. See, I was just, everybody's sleeping right now. I've been running it at $13 a spot. Figured $10. Someone's asleep, but again, you can't pass that up for a spot. It's it's 10 blasters. You just got $1 per blaster, and the jets they seem to always pop up, whether it's parallels, refractors, or numbereds. Let me notate that down because again, I'm gonna have to go pick my girlfriend up, so I'm gonna have to shut this show down. But I have another one scheduled at 6:15 tonight. So anything that's sold in this show will not be in the list in the show later tonight when I go live again to try and fill. Like Blue Bloods, you just got the Jets. So when I go live at 6:15, the Jets will not be on the wheel as they are not anymore. Pass. Kick that out of there so there's no confusion. But again, this is a stash or pass. Blue Blood's gonna get that. I have a feeling you want the Jaguars, don't you? That's the big team. We pulled a sick Travis Hunter Urban Legends in one of our breaks, and you hit that bronze tier. Miami stash or pass? Let me know. Figuring that's a pass. Is that a pass? Blue Blood. Let me know. All right, I figured but I got to get that confirmation. That's definitely an upgrade. That's definitely an upgrade over the Dolphins. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. We could try that again if anyone's interested. $18 stash or pass. Jacksonville's still on the wheel. Yeah, I'll drop it back down there, man. Let me do some quick math. I don't know if I could do the stash or pass at 10. I could do the just a random spot again at 10 for sure. There you go. So, Luke, this break down below live is 10 blasters. There's a one hobby, three blaster break in the store with offers enabled. So, if there's a team you like, check it out. Shoot me an offer. Chances are I'm going to accept it. Otherwise, down below live is a 10 blaster random team break. You only see 21 instead of 32 because this is a carryover from last night. And we have 16 teams remaining, about to be 15. So that means we're over that 50% threshold. Blue Blood's taking it again. Thank you. So let's randomize that for you now, Blue Blood. The Raiders and Ashton Jeanty. Again, you can't pass that up. That's a solid take for 10 bones. All right, this is what I was running it out there. Um, like a random spot in the hobby, Luke. I had tried last night. It was doing like 40, 45. Was the random wheel. I felt that was relatively fair. We had a couple people take that. I see a guy doing there's a guy doing a two hobby box break live right now, and he's got each team over $100 in the pick your team for two hobby boxes. I don't have a single team over $100. Yeah, but I'm getting no motion. He had like over 15 people watching the show, bidding and buying. Yeah, I've been doing this for 2 weeks as of today since the product came out, and we filled every break under 3 hours except for these two I currently have. I don't know what it was yesterday and into today, but whatnot must have bumped me to the bottom of the fucking ladder or something. Because I'm all they've done is take my promotional money and uh send me bots or whatever. Not saying you guys are bots. You guys are talking, dude. I was live for 8 hours from like 8 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to fucking 5 a.m. Yeah, dude. The break before that Sunday night, I filled in less than 2 hours for a 10 blaster. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Another thing. Yeah, I was watching a show last night on my laptop while I was live, just seeing what they were doing per se compared to their break, compared to mine, stuff like that. And then they rated a show with like 300 people. I always pick someone small whenever I have a raid, even though like when I do raid somebody, it's like 10 or less people. I still pick someone small, just to boost them in the minor moment. not someone with fucking 300 viewers at once. Like they don't need that. It's not. Oh, I had a guy come in last night and he was like promoted, I assume his friend's show in mine. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Then I looked his show up that he promoted or sent like his cronies out to message about and said the same thing like, hey, you sent your guy. So here I am. I'm doing this. And then he blocked me like a bitch. Oh, thanks, Luke. I appreciate you hanging out in the words of support. We're live on YouTube. So if you want to see any hits when we do eventually rip or any previous hits, go check that out. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. No problem. Thanks. Yeah, I think the guy had the bills at $175. I have them at 65 for one hobby 3 blaster. I don't feel like that's crazy. $300 for the Browns in 2 hobby box break? I mean, maybe if I had the following, I could feel no, I don't think I could feel justified in like it's just crazy. We'll try it again. $10 spot down below, random team Jacksonville still live on the wheel. Tony, welcome in. Blue Blood, thank you again for jumping in. Do appreciate that. We did just hit those rewards the other day and I added them, so those will be live until June 7th. Give them a look. Let me know what you see. I think I was relatively fair, I'd like to say. On the one tier, you get 4 $10 discounts. Buffalo, that's a solid take for 10 bones. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. All right, just a moment. I'll run the next one. Oh, yeah, Vegas was taken too. Sure, we'll go for another one down below 10 bucks. 10 blaster break. That's $1 a blaster. $1 a one blaster. And then in the store, we have the one hobby box 3 blaster break. Offers are enabled. Chances are I will accept. Thank you again, Blue Bloods. I do appreciate that. Miami. Tua Tagovailoa, the left-handed wonder. Again, can't pass that up for 10 bones. Like I tell people, you could go buy a blaster for $40 to $90 on resale or retail and not pull a single card out of the 28 in that box, barring that they gave you all 28, and not get a card for the team you want. Like I don't know. Let me see here. We're again live down below. 10 bucks, 10 blasters. Just a moment and I'll run another one. One, two. All right. Let me come back. I'm sorry there. Thank you, Blue Bloods. That's a solid take. Right. Let's see. We got 12 out of 32 to go. That's very, very good progress. All right. And what do we got left on here? Arizona, Atlanta, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Dallas, Houston, Indy, Jacksonville, LA, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and Seattle. Let's see if there's any interest in this. C2. If anyone's interested in that. 12 teams remaining, Jacksonville being one of those teams. Narrow down your chances to pull the Jaguars and Travis Hunter with seeing 2 wheel spins and choosing your preferred team. Again, I am going to have to shut the show off here in a second. Go pick up my girlfriend. I do have one scheduled for 6:15. So all the teams that have been taken in this one and from last night's show will not be on the wheel when I go live again at 6:15. Um, we've had 2 Urban Legends case hits pulled, one for Travis Hunter, one for Josh Jacobs. We've pulled 5 rookie autos of different numbered variety, one for the Eagles, one for the Chiefs, a Texans auto just the other day. Pulled the Steelers one right there at the draft. Pulled 2 light board logos, one for the Bills, one for the 49ers. Thank you for that, Blue Bloods. Get you another team. Dallas, America's team. You decide. Who do you support there, Blue Blood? Who's your main? Who's your favorite player? Thank you again for taking that. Hotlanta. Solid, solid, solid. This is I would say stasher pass 15 for a stasher pass. 10 teams left. That's a 10% chance at the Jaguars. 90 increasing after the first spin if they are not pulled, meaning that there's what is that, 1 in 9 odds? That's just under 12%. 12% chance at the Jaguars. Saha wheeling and dealing. He said I like those Drake May cards. Jacksonville still on the wheel. 10% chance to pull the Jaguars. 10% chance to pull the Jaguars. The Jaguars. Thank you for jumping in there. $10. He's got a 10% chance of hitting Jacksonville here. Cleveland and Shadur, solid, solid. Can't be mad at that. That's one of them chasing teams for 10 bones. Again, 9 teams remaining. Arizona, Cincinnati, Houston, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Los Angeles, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and Seattle. That is a 1 in 9 chance at Jacksonville. A 1 in 9 chance at the Jaguars. 1 in 9 chance at the Jaguars. We have a 1 in 9 chance at the Jaguars right now. There's just under a 12% chance at the Jaguars on the wheel with 9 teams remaining. Jacksonville, Travis Hunter is still live. Seth Hennigan, their backup quarterback, his cards are still live for Jacksonville. The Jaguars. Luca, so this is a carryover from yesterday. So the teams that were sold in last night's break were not put on the wheel today since they were already sold. So we had sold 11 last night. So those 11 teams were not put on the wheel today. And then beings that we sold 12 more teams, when I have to close this show, if we haven't filled and I go get my girlfriend from work and I go back live again at 6:15 on that scheduled show, there will only be 9 teams on the wheel, one of them being the Jacksonville Jaguars. Does that make sense? So, like, there's no chance of me double selling a team for the same break because they are not able to be bought. Again, 1 in 9 chance at the Jaguars live down below on the wheel. 1 in 9 chance at Jacksonville Jaguars. Try it again. Stash or pass at 15. If you don't like your first choice, we'll spin the wheel again, further increasing your chances of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is for a stash or pass. Jacksonville is on the wheel. The Jaguars are still yet to be taken, along with Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Check this out. This is a magenta printing plate for F1 Chrome 2025. Alex Albin. Thank you for jumping in there, Fermano. We have a 10 blaster break. There's a 1 in 9 chance at the Jaguars. That is just under 12% chance you pull the Jaguars off this wheel. You can't pass that up. I thank you for jumping in. I do appreciate it. And again, there's only 21 teams on there because this is a continuation from yesterday's show. We had sold 11. We've sold 12, soon to be 13 in this show. Thank you for taking that, Fermano. We're going to come over here, randomize for you. 1 in 9 chance at the Jags. There he goes. He got them. Bang. Again, can't beat that. Can't beat that. We have 8 teams remaining. 8 teams remaining in this 4 blaster or this 10 blaster break. Arizona, Cincinnati, Houston, Indianapolis, Los Angeles, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and Seattle. $10, 10 blasters. That's $1 a blaster. $1 a blaster. Again, $10, 10 blasters, $1 a blaster, 8 teams to go. $10 blasters in this break. This is a 10 blaster break, and these are the teams in the break. So if you purchase a spot for $10, the wheel spins and you get assigned a team, and then all the cards for that team that come out of the 10 blaster boxes gets shipped to you. Phil Patrick, thank you for jumping in there, taking it for 10 bucks. We have 7 teams to go. So this is a continuation from yesterday, cards and silver. So those 11 teams sold yesterday. When we started up today, they were not included on the wheel because they were previously sold. Phil Patrick taking away the Minnesota Vikings. Solid, solid take. 7 teams to go in a 10 blaster break. Again, I am going to have to go pick up my girlfriend from work here shortly, so going to be going live again at 6:15. Everything that's sold in this show will not be in that show at 6:15. So we will go live if we do not sell another team with 7 teams remaining in the break. But again, we have a one hobby 3 blaster break live in the store with offers enabled. So if there's a team you like in there, shoot me an offer. Chances are I'll accept it. But we have 7 teams to go in the 10 blaster break. O or 0? The Chargers are still live, Tim. The Chargers are on the wheel. That's a 1 in 7 chance of pulling the LA Chargers for 10 bucks. In 10 blasters, which is only $1 per blaster. You could go buy a blaster for $40 to $90 on the market, depending on where you find it, and not pull a single card for the team you want. This is 10 blasters, 280 total cards. This is for all the remaining teams. That is for all 7 teams in the break. If you buy this, you will get the remaining 7 teams in the break. $68 to close us out in this 10 blaster break. Back to the originally scheduled programming. 10 blasters, 7 teams remaining out of the 32. It only shows 21 because this is a carryover from last night, and we sold 11 in that show. We have 7 teams to go. That is less than 2 divisions worth of teams. If someone's interested in closing us out, let me know. I'll shoot you a number, and we can probably agree on something to get you those 7 teams. Those are Arizona, Cincinnati, and Joe Burrow, Houston, Indy, Los Angeles Chargers, led by Justin Herbert, the Steelers, and the Super Bowl champion Seahawks. 7 teams to go. If anyone wants to close us out on those 7 teams, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to cut the show off in 5 minutes to go pick up my girlfriend. Then we'll be live again at 6:15 with 7 teams remaining in the 10 blaster break. Very, very close to toast there. Um, the pick your team is in the store with offers enabled. If you wanted to pick one of the teams out of the remaining 7, let me know and I'll run the spot at whatever to get those in the blaster break. Like, I mean, we've been running it at, 11 or so bucks. If you wanted a specific team, I'd say 14 and you can pick, 15 and you can pick whatever. In the 10 blaster break, of course. The hobby has in 3 blaster is in the store with offers enabled. I see people doing 2 hobby box breaks with every team over $100. That's crazy. You're good, Rebel. You're good. We'll be live until again at 6:15. That show is currently there, so you can bookmark that if you did want to stop in again. We've been doing this since the 15th of April, so 2 weeks as of today. We've hit that 5 stars, had over 400 orders. Thankfully, I appreciate all the support everybody's given, and it's been fun to rip and do this. Enjoy your Wednesday, man. Hey, look at this. I'm a Steelers fan. I was at the draft this past weekend, and I pulled this live at the draft from a free pack. I was like shitting bricks. Here's a 2007 Willie Parker score on card auto. I went and had him sign in my youth. This is a 20-year-old Heinz Ward Topps card that I again had him sign in person. Big Steelers fan. All right, I'm gonna have to cut it off at 3:30, guys, and then going live again at 6:15. Everything sold in this show will be valid and carry over into the 6:15 one later tonight. So when I go live, there will be 7 teams out of 7 teams on the wheel, and then everybody else's prior purchases in that break will carry over and be valid. And again, the shows are streamed on YouTube. So if you ever miss, you have to work, go to sleep, deal with the wife, kids, all that fun stuff, you can go back and watch on YouTube in my bio. But again, a 1 in 7 chance at the team you're chasing here: Arizona, Cincinnati, Houston, Indy, Chargers, Steelers, Seahawks. Um, let's see. Honestly, I'll sign you both of them if you take the spot for 25. I'll assign you both the Steelers and the Texans, my friend. That's $3 over if you bought random spots. Take away the chance aspect of it. All right, yeah, again, we got a continuation show scheduled at 6:15 Eastern Standard Time. Go ahead and bookmark that to jump back in. We're going to go live again with 7 teams out of the 7 remaining on the wheel. And then from there, we'll proceed into trying to fill the hobby and blaster break. Outside of that, guys, thank you for the support today and hanging out. We're going to go live again in about 3 hours at 6:15. I got to go pick my girlfriend up, feed my bunnies, eat dinner, all that fun stuff. We'll try one more run here, $10, 30 seconds, then we'll close the show out if no one wants it. All right, catch y'all later. We're going to go live again 6:15.